So functions concept is clear. Class also, again, we have touched base upon what is a class. It's just a category, and object is a specific instance which we can uniquely identify. Next we talk about some operators. Operators are nothing but we can say arithmetic. We use plus, minus. Can you tell some other arithmetic operators?
Multiplication, division.
Yeah. Multiplication in computers is represented by a star. Division is represented by this slash, and percentage. We have to clearly understand the distinction between this as well as this. So this is called modulus operator, remainder operator. This is called division operator. So if I say 7 divided by 3, this is division. What will be the result of this?
2.3.
In real world it's 2.3, but in computers, what computers do, if both the values are integral, then answer always comes as integer. Computer is smart, it says, oh, you are using integer, I'll give you integral answer. So answer for this will be only 2, because it is integral division. I'll write it specifically, integral division. Now if this would have been 7.0 divided by 3, this is not integral division. One of them is double variable. If one of them is double, computer says, okay, I'll give you a double answer. Any one of them or both of them are double, then it gives us a double answer. Then the answer will come as 2.33. It will give to 6 decimal places. But if we do 7 modulo 3, modulo is a remainder operator. What is the remainder we get when we divide 7 by 3?
1.
1, right? Because 3 to the 6 and 1 will be as a remainder. So this is called let's say remainder or modulus, and this answer will always be 1. So now we understand the distinction between this division and this modulus. And I see this was a small mistake that in yesterday's program Sunita was making, where we were detecting even or a number is even or odd. So now we can go back to this. So now we are writing a function. If you see, let me delete this code. What does this tell you? We are writing a function is even, which takes integer from us, and it has to give an answer which is Boolean. And the requirement is given to us, given a number, tell if it is even or not. Now how do we tell? Can I say if num divided by 2 is 0, return true, else return false? Will this be correct? Now to check it will be correct or not, let's say if num has value 5, so we are doing 5 divided by 2. What is the answer of 5 division by 2? 2, right? Because we are dividing, we are not talking about modulo. So this will come as 2. 2 is not equal to 2 equal to 0. That is what we are checking. That will come as false. So it will go and return false. For 5, although we have put the wrong operator, our answer will come as correct. But for 4 divided by 2 also, it will go and evaluate it to 2, and we'll be comparing 2 with equal to 0. Here answer will be wrong. For 4 also, since this equality does not hold good, it will say false. So this is making sense? Like this will be a wrong submission if we run it. We see it is saying it expected true. Okay, one more thing, when you run your program, you don't see the input values here. That is intentionally hidden. But if you want to see what values it ran with where my test is failing, you can easily go to admin. Sorry, you will have my submissions on top. Since I'm an admin on the site, I can look at everybody's submissions. So if you go and look at your submission, you click your submission ID. There you will see what input is being given. So I gave input 20, Expected output was true because 20 is an even number, but our output is coming as false. That means our code that we have put is not running fine for 20. The way to figure out what mistake is, we can start tracing. Okay, if number had value 20, we are doing 20 divided by 2 equal to 0. That is what we are checking. But this answer will be 10. 10 equal to 0. No, this comparison does not make sense. This is coming as false. If this comes as false, we go to else case. So that is why this is giving a wrong output. So this is how we look at the output. There is some disturbance coming from your side. Wait, let me mute him. Or maybe it was from Chanda's side. Anyways. Yeah, so now we understand like this program would have worked fine if we would have utilized the difference between modulo operator and division operator carefully. And I feel this is where few people were not able to solve this problem. So this doubt clarified. Yeah, so we see 3 problems were done by these people here. So we have Venkat, Sunita, Chanda. Maybe some people did not get a chance to try other programs, but yeah, this was the distinction to know about, is even or odd. Now before you move on to solving other problems, we'll discuss their solutions also. Let me introduce the syntax of some conditional statements. So once again, okay, here one more thing pending. Arithmetic operators we have talked about. Same way there are relational operators or comparison operators. If you are comparing two values, you can use double equals to check if they are equal or not. Not equal to check if one is not equal to another. We can use double equal, not equal, less than equal, greater than equal. So these are the operators using which we compare. So I can say if I is less than equal to 7, then do something here. So I'm using if. So here I is a variable, we are comparing that with 7. So let's assume if value of I was 2, this condition is evaluating to true or false. Anyone?
That's true.
True.
Yeah, that's true. When we write this statement, this is less than or equal to. If any of them is true, this will be true. So yeah, this condition is true because value of I is 2. But if value of I was 9, then this value will be true or false, this condition's value.
True. False.
Then it will be false because 9 is neither less than nor equal to 7. So it depends on these values. So relational operator always gives us binary answer. Always give us binary answers or Boolean answers. So just keep this in mind. This comparison is needed most of the times in our test code when we are comparing the actual result that we are seeing on the site with the expected result that we expected it should be. So this is very useful stuff that we will be using. That's why I thought we'll spend some time on understanding the concept of if and else. So we write if some condition here. When I say condition is nothing but using your variables or objects along with relational operators or functions. So for a string, we can also say if s dot length, we are calling a function of length on string, is less than equal to 3, that means do something. So s dot length will give us an integer. We are comparing answer of this function, which is an integral answer, with 3, and that comparison will lead us to something. So this is shorthand way of writing things, or another way is we could have called the function separately. We would have got the value in I, and I is what we would have used here. So in conditional statement, we can have the syntax of if is if some condition, curly bracket, and we say statements here get executed if condition is true, and we put an else here and we say statements here will get executed if condition is false. So this is the syntax of if else. Else is an optional piece if we do not want to do in otherwise case, like if can exist in isolation. if can exist alone or if can exist with else. So this is the syntax of if else. Whenever you are using if else, you can put a condition here, you can write the statements here, and we will be doing rest of the programs with if else.